Well, welcome again, guys, to another episode of El Gallinero. Where you get your news and updates about Urban FC, the city. We're gonna start talking a little more about the city and the events, and we're gonna, keep you guys updated all the time about the team and the guys and what they're doing, etc. You guys already know this is the place to come to continue to learn more and keep up track of everybody on the urban side. So, but anyways, I was looking at the Instagram, Scotty, and I know the store. I've driven by the store a few times, and sometimes I see somebody there, sometimes I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you're not really doing a good job there because I mean, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus, but I don't ever see anybody at the store. But so what's happening with that spot?
Yeah, so our main right now we're working on getting the store utilized more. We're in talks right now to have an esports competition. Basically, there's about three or four televisions there, and we want a place for kids to come and even adults too, like just to come and play and utilize those TVs. And the e-gaming world is huge right now, so. Um, we want those TVs used. I mean, it'd be cool to have those TVs on as much as possible. So that's kind of what our next step is, just building up an esports campaign right now. So
So it's gonna be any kind of game? Is it gonna be like Fortnite and Nintendo and FIFA and NBA, or is it gonna be strictly FIFA?
no, we're open up to any gaming. Obviously FIFA is kind of like our bread and butter. Like everybody plays FIFA, so it's like being a soccer club, it'd be great if we can get FIFA, but the goal is, a little bit of everything. If you play video games and you need a place to play, we'll provide that for you. It's kind of an opportunity for, kids to come and hang out. And like I said, even adults too, just a fun, friendly atmosphere. And that's kind of our goal. So,
You did say that you were gonna turn this team around when you got here. You said you were gonna turn it around. So is this a little piece of the Scotty Fellows turnaround, or what is this?
I don't know. It might be like, when I was brought in, my main goal was to, make this into a profitable adventure. And it's what I'm striving to do every day. It's not easy, I'll admit that, but um, we want this to be a community-based team. We want people to say like, "Oh, Irving FC, they do great stuff for the community," and we're gonna try and get into that too. But um, yeah, it's just um, we're trying everything we can to be more involved. So
That's awesome. So let's take a little trip down memory lane, or what reminds you of what were we have what were you talking about earlier? Down
yeah,
memory
so
lane.
yeah, so basically, I took my wife and kids on a little trip this weekend to explore Texas, and um, each of my stops were based on um, good events that happened to Irving FC this year. So um, just a fun weekend, get my kids exploring the area, kind of understanding, the Texas culture and everything like that. But so we started our night Friday night in Temple. You guys stop at Bucky's.
Nice.
Nice little we don't have anything even remotely close to Bucky's in Wisconsin. So stopping at Bucky's was huge, getting your snacks and whatnot. And so that was in Round Rock, or Temple. So that was Temple. We had a good night in Temple. 4-0 result. That's when we played Coyotes. So um reliving that memories, telling my wife and kids, just we had a good night here. And then we spent the night in Round Rock. Round Rock wasn't as good to us actually. So we were playing Austin United, and basically we were up 1-0. Well, no, actually it was a rain delay, so it's 0-0. probably in the 70th minute, and all of a sudden there's lightning in the area. And you know me, I'm like, let's get this game going. Come on. Like, I'm talking to the officials like, oh, no, we're good. We're good to play. Like, let's go, man. There's nothing in this area. We're good to go. Um, so then we come back, we score right away. Our boy Brandon Martinez tells us, um, getting the ball rolling, and we're winning 1-0.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, uh, everything changed, right? We get a goal, they get a goal, a penalty kick, we got one. And then it's 2-1, right? So we're winning 2-1. Late in the game, we give up a penalty and it goes 2-2. It's one that I think, if we had back, it'd be a different story. That one kind of hurts, but we got a draw on it. It's, point's a point and we move on. So then I went to Austin, really liked Austin, did some stuff there. And then I had to remember San Antonio, right? So I'm walking around San Antonio and I've got my Irving FC gear on the whole weekend. And I'm like, I wonder how many Corinthian fans are out here, like every time I travel, I wear my Irving gear. So, it's promotion, but, I don't mind striking up a conversation with a fan who walks up and be like, oh man, you're with Irving, I actually had that at work the other day. A guy who lives in Irving, knows about the team, just difficult work schedule. I'm gonna talk to him more to get him to some games, but
It's shocking
obviously,
how many people, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's
no, you're
shocking
good.
how many people know the team. And I'm not even like trying to exaggerate or like hype or stuff up, but I've been to a lot of places, and I think, and I like to see that stuff because it's about soccer growth,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be, I'm gonna keep it real, like always. It's not like they're, Urban FC fans, right? But they're soccer fans, and they're always talking about, and they'll be like, oh man, you guys play Denton, or you guys, oh man, the Vaqueros and Irving, etc. And we'll start talking about soccer, but they know that, what the Urban FC logo is for, and then because they're soccer fans. So I mean, just the fact that like I'm a football fan as well, right? And I can't name you one minor, football team, or outside of college, any summer league for football, like American football, I don't know any, and I'm a hardcore football fan as well, just like soccer. And I think, it's pretty cool that like I'll be somewhere and I have my Urban FC hat, and they're like, oh shit, they're playing the NPSL, and I mean, to me that's awesome, because it's growth for soccer, period. So, but back to your story, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, no, I mean that's what we're trying to do. Like we're just trying to, grow the brand, and um, you know, we want to be put on the map for soccer in this country. You see a lot of maps with different teams, and that's our goal. But no, I mean we went to San Antonio, and then remembering our game against Corinthians, also a 1-1 tie at home. But hey, we're still undefeated at Joy and Ralph Ellis Stadium. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
undefeated at home. That's awesome.
You're goddamn right.
That's
So
not easy. That is not
no,
easy.
I mean when you lose in penalties in in the playoffs, can you really count that a loss? Like in most worlds, most soccer worlds, that's counted as a tie. I guess you could say, and then you lose in penalties. But um, yeah,
It's
just going through San Antonio and
it's
remembering the games and the fun that we had this year. So
it's Scotty. Look at who you guys lost to, I mean,
yeah,
you lost against the number one team. They recruit like amazing. They're an amazing
yeah,
recruiter. They have great ownership. I mean, you get to their field and you can feel the home field advantage, and it's
yeah,
crazy to say that because I mean, it's not like, I mean, the atmosphere, I've been there and the atmosphere is great. And
yeah,
it makes you like but anyways, yeah, the atmosphere is great, and you guys lost to on penalties to that team, like the number one spot. So it's not like you just lost against, like the number 4 or 5 spots. So that's pretty cool.
yeah. I mean, all respect to Laredo. I mean, that organization, great group of guys. We love to sit down, have a beer with them, and just talk shop, and kind of understand they're going, because it's obvious, like, we're starting out, so, you know, we're a young team. They've been around for at least 15 years, so they know what they're doing in that aspect. But just to talk, you know, talk shop and, you know, because we operate on, you know, different levels, you know, it's true, you know, they've got a full staff, you know, and it's, you know, we're getting there. We strive to be there, but yeah, all credit to Laredo, man. They got a good program out there, you know. Um, they're doing it well, and um, I love chatting with their owners and their managers, and um, I hope for many years to come we have great rivalries with them. You know,
Yeah.
it's disappointing. It sucks that it's an 8-hour drive. Um, you know, Texas is big. You know, anywhere in Wisconsin that I had to get to a game, the most was 2 hours. So, um, but yeah, I mean, just excited for that. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much the weekend. Just remembering all the different,
But
you know, games we
Wisconsin
played.
sucks. Let's be real. Wisconsin fucking sucks. Let's be
Yeah, I
real.
mean, it's too cold.
They got
I mean,
cheese and soda pop. That's all they got. You
I don't know
know.
about soda. Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it soda, I don't know if there's any kids listening, but um, they they do know, you know, they do know how to brew their beer. But um, I honestly think, you know, the quality of soccer in Texas is a lot better. I'm not
Oh
afraid to
yeah,
admit that. I
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm honestly not afraid to admit that, because soccer is life here, and you know, it's just
I think
um,
Texas, California, and New York are the top three, and then the fourth is obviously Miami. You know, Florida. But I think it's number
yeah,
one. Number one is Texas. Number two is California, and number three is New York by far.
yeah.
I mean,
Now,
there's a crazy talent in California, but Texas, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, to the fact that um, one of the best junior colleges in the nation is Richland College. You know,
yeah,
so I mean, and you know, our boy Daniel Escorcia is there, the midfielder that we had. I mean, like I don't understand how that kid is not in the MLS. You know, I mean, he is amazing. But
yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's a lot. That's got to be. Is that our player of the week?
yeah, 100%. I mean, with Daniel, like, he has the opportunity to go pro. I think that, you know, getting an education is probably, you know, a good move for him. You know, some place to
Mhm.
play. I don't know why he's not playing pro right now. You know, it's just he has that ability. He has that you know, technical abilities. It's just, you know, some things fall through, and um, selfishly, you know, I'm excited that he stayed in the Dallas area right now. You know, because um, he's staying fit. He's playing at Richmond College, which is obviously one of the best junior colleges in the nation. They just won the national title. So, um, yeah, he's going to be our player of the week. Recently, he had an assist to help Richland beat San Antonio of California,
Yeah.
another good product of the junior college circuit. So, right now in 5 games, he has 1 goal and 2 assists as a midfielder. So, um, you didn't see his name on the score sheet a lot for us, but just the things that he does is magic. Like, you know, his ability, you know, to go into challenges and win tackles, and his ability, you know, to distribute the ball and, you know, move it around, and just, you know, just get around players in general. You know, his soccer intelligence is just, you know, it's hard to find a player like that. So, um, I'm really glad he's doing well out there with Enzo, and you know, those two they kind of stick together, and um, excited for what the future holds for him. So
Yeah, definitely. And so another great player, by the way. I
yeah,
think we talked about him, but yeah, hey, congrats to Daniel for winning Player of the Week this week.
yep,
I'm excited. I think we're planning on. I think everybody knows that we get a lot of talent from MSU and Richland, so I think as a staff, everybody's planning on going to watch some of those games. So we'll be watching the boys soon. Whoever's listening to the podcast, out of the guys, I think they'll listen to it. And yeah, I'm excited. I think we're gonna go watch them, and I'm excited to watch Tristan as well. I got to know them a little more during the towards the end of the season. Great guy. Amazing, phenomenal player. But but yeah, I'm excited to go watch them and see what they're bringing on.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Tristan, like, man, that's one of my favorite players, honestly. Like, he wears 23 at MSU. I don't know who the kit manager was this year. Gonna have to have a word with him. Had some questions of numbers this year, but I think next year I might have to give Tristan 23 just because someone else wore 23 in their playing days, and it's a good number. So, um, but yeah, so I think we'll dive into just kind of an update on some of our players. Um, so Peyton Franklin didn't get a lot of minutes, but he was a committed player. Came to training every day. Just an overall, dedicated player. Doing well at Dallas Baptist University right here in the city. So it's glad to see him getting some minutes there. And
Cheers.
then if you look at Hayes Malone, he's playing at Colorado Mesa. Such a bright future for this kid, and I honestly didn't know. I think he has a twin brother.
I was
So
gonna say, I think that was his brother, wasn't it?
No, Hayes Malone. He came by himself. Kind of middle of the year.
He's got a twin brother though, right?
He's got a twin brother. If he's as good as Hayes, I think we're in good hands for years to come because that kid, he's definitely rising up.
Nice.
And then Evan Lupo. I got a story about this kid, but he is playing at UNC Asheville. Pretty good program out there. But so we're playing in Temple, and we're winning. It's 4-0. It's late. But Cody, our goalkeeper, gets a concussion. Right, didn't want to come out, but it was a coach's decision. Like, you're not in a good spot right now, man. Like, Coach Ben was like, yeah, he's got to come out. So he came out, and then we put Ali Girani in our backup goalie, who, when called upon, did great. I thought the kid had a really good year. But going back to Evan Lupo, they Temple Coyotes bring in, this striker up top, just a beast. I think of Adama Traore when I think of him, same build and maybe not the same ability, but he gets a breakaway. And Evan comes in, just one of the best tackles I've ever seen. And I'm like, wow, like that's just fantastic.
I remember
Saved the shutout. And
yeah,
this
I
kid
remember
just
that.
came in and timed it perfectly. So Evan didn't get a lot of playing time this year because he came in kind of late, but he'll be a solid player for us in the future. I really like what I saw from him too.
That's awesome.
So let me just double check. Yeah, so those are kind of the three guys that I that we wanted to focus on this week. Just continue their college careers and putting in the work for next year. So
yeah, and so yeah, I mean, guys, listeners, you guys know that it will help us grow. Keep telling people about us. We're gonna keep bringing news and updates about all the guys and prospects. There's a few high school and college prospects we're looking into already. Are you guys already recruiting? Because I've already been looking at a few. I mean, Irving has a lot of talent, man.
It's a never-ending process, right? Like, you're always looking for that next great star. You're always looking for players. I've gone to play myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a look for a couple minutes here, just to look, and usually you can tell in the first few minutes, about a player, just how they are, and so we're always looking, but definitely, I think high school here starts in like November, maybe January. I've heard two different answers. I'm not 100% certain. In Wisconsin, it was always August till October, and then if you're lucky enough to make to the state championship, it's in November.
I think it's November. I think it's
November?
right. I think it's right before the Christmas break because a guy that I know, his son plays football, and he's the kicker and a lineman, and I know he's gonna play soccer too. And I
Okay.
think he told me that it starts in November because it gets real cold around that time, and he's gonna, after football's over, then he's gonna play soccer. So he's gonna get to play
Yeah.
both sports. Yeah, I think it's November.
I mean, either way, like we plan on going, to a lot of high school games around Irving, just showing our support there and um trying to find that next, Luis Morales or the next big name, to come out of Irving. And we're looking forward to that. So
Yeah. And last but not least, guys, listeners, there's a right by the store. There's a place where they do a lot of events. I gotta get all the info before I don't even want to bring that up right now. But anyways, there's a spot right by the store and the Heritage Plaza or something, and they're always doing events. So we're planning on putting an event there, and so stay updated. We'll post it on social media so you guys can come out and support. But yeah, thanks for listening. Man,
yeah,
I'm tired today. I had a Corona earlier and I'm fucking buzzed, boy. I'm a little, zoom. Yeah.
yeah, it's only Tuesday, like,
And then
it's you got to start drinking in any day than it's in why, right?
they
So
canceled the premiere because of the Queen, so it kind of
yeah,
messed up the weekend, but oh well.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, just look out for us. We're gonna be at Heritage Park. We want to start getting involved in the community more, and if you come see us, we'll give away some prizes and some good stuff. So yeah, so I guess for another episode of El Gallinero, we're gonna sign this one off, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have a guest on the line here. Do some more speed round questions, and
Yep.
just keep on passing the word, and we'll keep giving you quality content and information as soon as it comes in. So
All right. Take it easy.
see you
On
guys.
to the next one. Bye bye.